Yo, welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, if you are new here, my name is Renique. You can call me Neek, you can call me Joy, you can call me the real one, the chosen one, that girl, your realest best friend. You can call me whatever it is you want to call me as long as it's respectful. Yes ma'am, yes sir, okay? If you are a new subscriber, yo. And if you are a returning subscriber, yo. And if you just breezing through, sis or bro, come on through, poo. Yeah, you late. You late, and we ain't on CPT time. Okay, we ain't on CPT, poo. So come on, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys hit that bell to be notified every time your realest best friend posts a video, because you don't want to miss this rise, okay? And make sure you guys hit that hype button. If you scroll just a little bit from the like and the share and all of that, you will see hype, okay? Press that hype a few times, because it's free and it will launch my videos out there and keep me in the algorithm so your girl can keep rising, okay? And what do we do on this channel, guys? What do we do wherever we go? Whether we here, whether we on Instagram, whether we on TikTok, Facebook, whatever. We keep rising, right? Yes, period. So make sure you guys show me love, and just know that I do sincerely appreciate you all for sure. Thank you guys for showing me so much love. Now, we are going to get straight into a story time. We love our story times. All right, y'all. So this story time is going to probably take parts in... This story time is probably going to have multiple parts, okay? So it's not just gonna be one. It might be 3 to 4 parts of this story time. All right, I got some notes. Sorry y'all, I think I just did it though. I've been practicing that. Anyway, so we gonna get into this. I got some notes in my phone, so sorry if you guys see me looking down, but I want to make sure I get all the tea. Now, for this story time, I did start this story time a minute ago, but I had a lot going on, and then my camera died. So honestly, I was just gonna, put the parts together, and then I was like, no ma'am, we just gonna start over, okay? Because sometimes you gotta choose professionalism over just getting it done and putting it out there, okay? Sometimes you gotta do that. But hold on, let's get into the wig. Yeah. Let's get into that. Oh, sorry, it might need a brush back there, but I don't know. Let it ride. Let it ride. Yo, get into that. Hair by me. Trust. Trust. All right. Now, ironic enough, this story time is going to be about a hairstylist. Wow. All right. So before I start the story time, I just want to say, some people may know who I'm talking about. Don't care. This is not to throw shade or anything like that. This is a story time. This is my life and this is my story, right? All right. So now that we got that done and said, boom, let's go. All right. So this story time, like I said, is going to be about a hairstylist. Now, it's going to be about where I'm from. There's a popular hairstylist who has been doing hair for a while. And, oh my gosh, get into the fit, y'all. So sorry. I want y'all to see the fit, though. It's giving, like, house girl. I don't know. It's giving super cute queening. All right. Okay, y'all. So, like I was saying, this story time is going to be about a popular stylist from where I'm from, y'all, okay? So, now, we're going to go back. Y'all know we doing parts. The last story time I did was back in elementary when I was back in New Jersey. So, for this story time, we are in Florida, and this is when I was in high school. Yes, I met this girl when I was in high school. Yeah. Now, for this story time, we have Trackstar. If you are not new here, you know that Trackstar was one of my best friends back in the day. And that is her name for these story times, okay? So it's going to be me, Trackstar. We're going to call the hairstylist Miss Popular. yeah, we gonna call the hairstylist Miss Popular because that's the best thing I can think right now without really giving it away. Okay, so boom. Now we gonna go all the way back, right? So we gonna go back to when we was in high school, freshman year. This is when I initially met this hairstylist. Okay. Now, when I first met this hairstylist, I was with my best friend at the time, which is Trackstar. So, like I told you guys before, I would often go to Trackstar's house. Sorry, I keep looking up because I'm trying to see if that's a spider. Anyway, so if you know, you know, me and I used to be at Trackstar house like every other weekend. For real, I was always at their house. This weekend in particular, I want to say maybe this was freshman or sophomore year, because at this time, Trackstar had like her learner's permit or something like that, because she was driving around and I was passenger seat pimping. Okay, trucks. And so yeah, this was around that time. And she I think it was like a Saturday. She was saying she was gonna go get her hair done, and if I wanted to go with her or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, sure, you know, I ain't got nothing to do. I think we was doing something like later on that night or something like that. And my hair was already done, because if you know or if you don't know, I've been doing my own hair since I was like 13, 14 years old. So my hair was braided down. I always kept some braids. I always did my own braids. And so yeah, so no, we didn't have to worry about me. We went to the hair store. We got all the hair, da 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 da. So we on the way. Trackstar just like, yeah, this girl, yeah, I've been knew her since like middle school or whatever. She does some real good hair. So-and-so is her cousin. Now, so-and-so, we're going to name so-and-so. We're going to name so-and-so my girl, because that's my girl, okay? So we're going to name so-and-so my girl. Come to find out, my girl and Miss Popular are blood cousins, y'all. Now, whole time, me and my girl, we are close as heck at my high school, okay? We are like super close. Like, that's my dog. Like, that's really my dog, right? Still to this day. So, at that time, Trackstar and my girl were also pretty cool because they both were in track. That's how they met. And if I'm not mistaken, I really think that this is how Trackstar got on to my girl's cousin, Miss Popular, doing hair, right? So, boom. We link up, we go to the hair store. Trackstar calls Miss Popular and she like, hey, I'm on my way or whatever. And she's just like, okay, girl, let me know when you outside, da, 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 da. Now, where we were on the way to, where she did hair out of her house at this time. And this area was like more so the hood. I'm not going to say where it was, because then I'm probably going to give the person away. I ain't going to lie. I really don't care necessarily, but keep it cute, right? So yeah, we on the way or whatever. So now we get there. So we pull up, and she's like, hey, or whatever, we outside. She's like, okay, you can just walk to the door and knock or whatever. So we hop out, right? And then we go, walk into the door, knock on the door, waiting at the door. And then here comes Miss Popular. So Miss Popular, she opened the door. Oh, now mind you guys, before we just showed up, Trackstar did let Miss Popular know, like, hey, my best friend is with me. Is it okay if she does come inside with me or whatever, right? So Miss Popular was just like, yeah, whatever, that's cool. This was before all the hairstylists started saying no guests and no bop bop, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, so she was like, yeah, cool. We go, she knocked on the door. Miss Popular opens the door. She's like, hey y'all. So she like, hey, what's up, whatever. And it was kind of like one of those like, hey, Miss Popular is Miss Popular, okay? We're gonna get into that. So she's just like, hey. And she like, hey, Trackstar girl, whatever. And she like, hey, looked at me up and down like, hey. And I was like, hey, what's up? You know, because if you know me, you know me. I've always been an energy person, and I can automatically read somebody as soon as I meet them. Like,
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
That's a literal gift from God that I was given, and I thank the Lord for that, for real. Like, I literally can read people. So automatically, I'm just like, this girl might be a problem. Like, she got a stank little attitude a little bit, right? Boom. So we go inside. She like, oh yeah, you can just sit there. The conversation's going. And she's like, yeah, this my best friend Renique. Like, Renique, this Miss Popular. This is my girl's cousin. And I was like, oh, okay, you my girl's cousin. Like, okay, that's my dog. We go to the same high school. She's like, oh, okay, really? Yes, that's my blood cousin. What high school? Oh, you go to Evans. Okay. And I'm just like, yeah. So she's like, okay, that's what's up. Conversation just died. So y'all, I'm just in my phone, like, I don't know what I was doing at that time, just in my phone. And then sometimes I'll put my phone down and then just be like looking around or whatever. So she was just like, Trackstar and Miss Popular, they just talking. So Trackstar's like, oh, how's your kid or whatever? I know, cause at Trackstar's just like, how's your kid or whatever? Everything good, you know, asking about her child because Miss Popular did have a kid at this time. So she's just like, oh yeah, she good, girl. She outside somewhere, girl. And then like as soon as that was said, the baby came busting in the house. Like her and her cousin, I think it was at the time. And she came busting out. I was like, Mom, it's coming, the ice cream truck coming. We need some money. Cause I told them my mama got money. My mama got money. No, I'm not joking. This is how the little girl's like, my mama got money. My mama got money. So she like, girl, like, what do you want? Like, girl, you see that I'm doing hair. You need to go. And she was like, how much do you need or whatever? So she was just like, Mom, just give me some money. Give me some money. So she gave her like $20 or something like that. And the girl was like, yep, see, I told y'all my mama got money. My mama got money. And she just left. So I'm like, okay. So then she just left and she like, child, yes, like, because if I don't hustle, what am I going to do? You see how that is? Like, da-da-da-da. So we just laughing, kiki, whatever. So then, like, I don't know how this came up. Like, they started talking. Oh, she was just like, you see, this why I started doing hair. Like, I got to get to that bag. I can't be working for nobody.
Message.
Like, I got to get to that bag. I got to take care of my G. And we want stuff. Like, I be wanting stuff, you know, whatever. So, and at this time, she was also dating somebody who was very known in the city for trying to make a living, if you know what I mean. All right, selling that, yeah. So she just like, yeah, you know, I still got to make a way. That's why I started doing hair for real. I had to take it serious. And, yeah, so she was just like, yeah, I be trying to tell. So Trackstar is like, yes, girl, I'm glad you started taking it serious because you real good. I be trying to tell my best friend to take it serious, but girl, she be acting like she don't want to do hair for real. So she just like, oh, you do hair or whatever like that. And I was like, yeah, like kind of, sort of. Like I be doing my own hair all the time. I do my braids, I do my weaves, I do my hair. So she was like, oh, okay, did you do your braids, like the braids you having right now? And I'm just like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay, that cute. Oh. Now, the way that I said that, y'all, she said it the exact same way. I kid you not, okay? So I peeped that. So I'm just like, yeah. Is you cool? So automatically, Trackstar looks at me and she's like, she chuckled a little bit. And I just chuckled a little bit. And I'm just like, yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to really get serious about hair. Like, I'm into fashion more so than anything. So I don't really know if that's for me. So she was like, yeah, girl, like, yeah, or whatever. She was like, but oh, okay, that's what's up. So now, after that happened, y'all, the entire time got awkward. She didn't really talk no more. She didn't really say nothing. She just really kept looking at my hair. So the whole time, she just like, like, looking at my hair, trying to find something wrong with my hair. And I'm just like, is you cool? It was one of them, like, back in the day, I don't know if y'all noticed this about hairstylists, but back in the day, some hairstylists really thought it was so much competition if somebody else also did hair at their school. Now that y'all taking my clients, whole time it's so much of a world when it comes to hair, bro. So much of a world. And if you base yourself on just being a good person, you don't have to worry about that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, y'all? But no. We gonna get there. So they doing their braiding thing. Everything's cool. So we sitting there, whatever. Trackstar is talking about track, and they just talking. So she finally get done with her hair and we leave. Like, it's over, it's a wrap, we leave. I can't remember if anything else major happened. I don't think so. So we just go, y'all, right? Now, after all of that happened, y'all, maybe like, I want to say maybe like the next year or something, right? But yeah, we left. So now maybe like the next year or something like that. I think this was like this probably was still sophomore year, but I think it was like end of sophomore year going into junior year, I think. Yeah, maybe. I think. So around this time now, no. Let's go back. So after we left, I go back to school Monday, you know, I'm telling my girl, like, oh, y'all met your cousin, Miss Popular. Like, I didn't know y'all was cousins. Well, that was my first time meeting her. I'm just like, yeah, that's what's up. Like, I ain't know she do hair. Like, oh, da. We just talking. She was like, yes, girl, that's my blood cousin. Yes. Like, oh, okay, I can't believe that. Yes, small world. We just talking, right? So now as time goes on, y'all, everything's cool. Everything's cool. I still don't know Miss Popular like that. Cool. I really don't care to know her, because really you got one time for me to just be like, kind of just write you off. Like, some people, it's kind of not really write you off, but just know that you most likely not my person. We not gonna mesh well, because you think you bigger than a program, and sister, nobody's bigger than a program. No matter how confident you are, no matter how humble, spiritual, nobody's bigger than the program. Okay, you are not better than anyone. I guess that's what I better say. Nobody's better than anyone, okay? No matter how pretty you are, no matter how stylish you are, no matter how knowledgeable you are, no matter how sassy you are, no matter how curious you are, no matter how genius you are, no matter how kind you are, nobody is better than the next. Cool? Cool. So that type of vibe automatically came off once I first met her. So once I first met her and it was kind of like she thinks she better than people, when she thinks she better than people or whatever, I'm just like, yeah, no, she's not my kind of girl, right? So if you live that, all that passed, right now we winding up. Cool. It's like homecoming time, close to prom time, all of this time. But I think at this time we were juniors. I don't think we were seniors yet. I don't know though, y'all. We probably were seniors, juniors or seniors. So now, all in all, around this time, some type of dance is coming up. Some type of big thing. It's a lot of football games. It's a lot. We outside. I'm going to track star tracks meets. All the track meets. Always used to show up for my girl. Then we was attending the basketball games at her school. You feel what I'm saying? It was a lot going on. Now, mind you, at this time, track star and my girl were also cheerleaders. I really think that's what it was. I think they met with cheerleading or track. They did both of them. So anyway, down the line, something happened between track star and my girl. Like, they ended up beefing, y'all. They ended up beefing because of one of track star's homegirls. That's not my story to tell. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ended up beefing over that type of stuff. So track star and my girl, they started beefing real heavy, like to the point where they was gonna fight if they seen each other for real. So now I'm getting word of this, right? I'm getting word of this. My best friend, of course, is who I'm getting word from. Like, yeah, I ain't really with my girl. She said something about me. She think I'm better than her or something. That just insecure. You know, girl drama back then when we was jits. You feel me? Like, shit. I mean, stuff that really don't matter. You feel me? It really never mattered, but we was younger, so it mattered, right? So she's just like, whatever, So I'm like, dang, for real, best friend? Like, that's crazy at the time. So I'm just like, dang, for real? Like, and you know, I'm loyalty all day, right? Loyalty all day. So I'm just like, dang, I would hate to have to fall out with my girl, because I'm just like, not that one, not none of mine. But I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think it's just more to the story. So, y'all, I'm just like, I get to school, I'm like, I wouldn't say I just didn't even say nothing. I really want to say I didn't say anything to my girl. I was just like, oh, yes, I did. I just told her, you know, like, no, I didn't tell my girl nothing. When I went to school, my girl actually told me like they not cool no more. I think I had mentioned Trackstar or something, and my girl was just telling me like, oh yeah, they not cool or whatever, and how she don't know, she might have to fight her, and how she don't know, she might have to fight her and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, well, like, that's my best friend. She like, yeah, I know, no disrespect, but I'm just letting you know, like, we not cool no more. And I'm just like, okay, cool, let's keep it at that temperature though, because I would hate to have to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that took place. Me and my girl, we were fine. We were cordial, we were cool, same thing, nothing changed, okay? Nothing changed, we were cool. As long as you're not talking about my best friend, you're not trying to sell out on her and trying to think you're gonna sell out on her to me, as long as that's not happening, we're cool. Trackstar never came up in none of our conversations, ever, okay? Ever. So now, couple months pass. We are at a basketball game or something like that. It was like somewhere down International Drive. I don't know what the heck we was doing at a game over there on International Drive, or what exactly we were doing, but if you know International Drive from Orlando or Altamont Springs, it's a bop, 35-40 minute bop, okay? So it's like, why was we over there? I really think it was some type of basketball game or some type of game, because it was a lot of us over there, a lot of high school students, right? So I'm just like, okay, cool, we there. I'm like, at this time, we ate McDonald's real bad. We was on McDonald's. So Trackstar, she just like, Nene, you hungry? So I'm like, oh yeah, bet, pull me up at McDonald's, I'm hungry. We go to the McDonald's on International Drive. We pull up at the McDonald's, y'all. Skirt. Why when we pull up at the McDonald's, we see 3 or 4, getting out the car, walking towards McDonald's. So all I hear is, bro, I'm finna beat this bitch. And I'm like, wait, huh? Who? What? Where? When? How? Why? So Trackstar is like, there go my girl right there. There go my girl and Miss Popular and they other cousins, and I don't care. We can swear right here, right now, because I'm tired of her talking all that crap, and she really know it can get like that. Boom. Pause. Trackstar was one of those girls where she really, really was very patient with people. Really was one of them girls that didn't fight you unless you put your hands on her first. She really took that serious. And once you put your hands on her, that was your very big mistake. So, so yeah. She just like, man, I'm finna go crazy on her, Neek. I'm finna do it. I'm finna run up, and I'm just like, bro, no. Like, we came here to get some food, bro. We finna get some food, and we finna get back in this car, and we finna go home, bro. Where you're not fighting her, we're not doing that. And I was like, if she say something to you in there, if stuff gets sideways or anybody say something to you, then we can duke it out. We can do it here in a mark. We can do it right here in the McDonald's parking lot, and we can get it popping, okay? Period. So I'm like, don't say nothing to her. Shouldn't nobody be saying nothing to you. So that's just that. Because at this time, now that Trackstar and my girl were no longer cool, Miss Popular and Trackstar weren't really cool either no more, right? So I'm just like, yeah, no, nip that in the bud. We not doing that. Like, if they on some rah-rah, then we gonna take it there and
Stop it. Get some help.
You feel me? Like, we're gonna have to do that because it's 4 of them, it's 2 of us, like, but we on that. We was far from scared. Far. So yeah, so she like, all right, Neek, man, all right, bro, I'm gonna go in here, but she better not say nothing to me, Neek. She better not say nothing to me. And I'm like, bro, she's not gonna say nothing to you. So we get out the car, we hop out the car. So I'm like looking at her, she looking at me, snickering. She like, her arms folded. She like, I'm telling you, Nick. I'm telling you. And I'm just like, I'm telling you. Let me get my food. So we walk in there. So we walk in there. My girl sees me and she's like, Nick, or whatever. And I was like, hey, boo, whatever. We hug. That's that. So I was like, hey, boo, what's up? Bop, that's it. That's all what was done, right? So she turned back around, she get with her cousins, and that's it. Nobody spoke. Now, of course, I'm hugging her. The other girls, they looking like, know, like just like that, noises and all. So here's Trackstar, y'all. Here's Trackstar.
All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Girl, I told you, Nick, like, if somebody say something to me, I'm like, nobody's finna say nothing to you, bro. And we're right here behind them, like, they hear everything that's going on. So to their sales, they just like, child, like, what? So I'm just like, hey, nah, we're not doing that. Like, don't nobody need to say nothing to her. And no, like, cause we not coming here for that. So they just looking at me, cause mind you, I don't know these girls. I only know my girl. Never cared, though. So I'm just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So they just like, what? Like, basically like, who are you? I'm me. Who is you? Right? So they just like, girl, like whatever, girl, right? So I'm like, yeah, girl, like, cool. So I'm just like, we ain't doing all of that. Y'all gonna have to find y'all own time for that. And cause, yeah. So we sitting there waiting in the line. Whole time Trackstar still like this. Now her legs tapping. Looking at me. And I'm just like, bro, you are stupid. Like, bro. So I'm just like, hey. Now we in the line. By the time we get up there, they walking out. So they walking out. My girl's like, bye, Nick. See you at school, whatever. And I'm like, all right, see you at school, whatever. It's over with, right? So now, whole time, they did not fight. They did not do anything. Nothing happened out of that. It just got let go. But I do believe that one of Trackstar friends did end up fighting at a game. I think they did end up fighting at a game. Crazy, huh? Fast forward a couple more years. I'm in college. I think this is my last year in college, y'all. I went to Florida State University, if you did not know. Yes, I understand this story. Hopefully it's not moving too fast for y'all. We went from high school, now we in college, right? Boom. So now a couple years passed after all that drama, y'all, right? At this time now, Miss Popular is still a hairstylist. Now she's more known for her hairstyling. She doing wigs now, installs. She doing the whole 10 now. She was doing braids, now she just doing wigs, right? Because, of course, that's where the money started coming at, right? So I'm in college, but I definitely went back home frequently. So, come to find out, my mom started going to a new person to get her hair done. Okay. Few years passed. Trackstar and Miss Popular actually became back a little cordial because she got really good at wigs and stuff like that. Let bygones be bygones. We were young, right? Cool. So yeah. Fast forward this time now, Trackstar is still going to Miss Popular occasionally, get her wigs installed and all of that stuff like that. Trackstar introduces my mother to Miss Popular to start getting her hair installed. Of course, my mom, she knows nothing about the old drama and all of that. She don't know this girl, right? So my mom, she goes, she gets her hair done. You know, the first time she tell me, oh, I'm going to Miss Popular. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Cool. I still personally ain't really care for this girl because even as time progressed, people would talk about her attitude and how it was nasty and how it was kind of like ghetto. Not gonna lie. So, yeah. My mom went to her. It was cool. She did a good job. My mom was great. Whatever. My mom went to her a second time, right? Now, the second time my mom went to her, Miss Popular showed up super late. When she showed up late, she had an attitude. But she did my mama hair so good that my mom still ended up going to her. Now, the second time that my mom went to her and she showed up late and she did all that, my mom expressed her concerns. And she let her know that was unprofessional because she didn't even communicate. And then she had the nerve to come late with an attitude. Houseway, right? And if you are Caribbean, you know, like, no, we ain't doing that. So, of course, my mom say something. And if you know me, I don't play about my mother. So now once my mom tells me that, my guards is up, back. They back up again. Now we back. We done took it back to McDonald's. So my mom tells me, I'm like, oh, okay. And what she say? So then I think at that time I started telling my mom, whatever. So now at this time, I moved back home. So this was, yeah, like my senior year in college. My mama must have started going, or my junior. It was definitely my junior year because she had been going to her for a minute before she stopped going. So y'all, I go to Miss Popular when I moved back home because at this time my mama going to her, whatever. So I go to her because I'm like, I like the way that she do hair. I like the way my mama hair be looking. I like how her hair is looking on Instagram and all of that stuff. I'm going to try to bypass what my mama told me. I'm going to try to bypass the past. And I'm going to try to give this girl a chance because I really do like how she does hair. The only thing I did not like about when she did hair is she put filters on her hair, which made me question. But keep that in mind. So, y'all, I ended up booking an appointment with her. Now, the first time I went to her, I could tell that she remembered me, but she didn't. It's either she didn't know where from or she didn't know how to say that she remembered me and or did not want to say she remembered me, right? So, I end up going to her. Cool. She do my hair. She's like, I feel like I know you or something like that after 30, 45 minutes of her into my hair. So I'm just like, yeah, you used to do my mama hair. You used to do my best friend hair or whatever. And I told her who my best friend was. I also told her cousin. She was like, oh, yes, I do remember you. Okay, girl, how you been? Now she remembered me, right? Cool. You would think that, all right. I want to say this as a disclaimer, too. A lot of girls in Florida, just as a whole, if they are popular and hairstylists, nail techs, or something like that, a lot of them do stuff different for different people. So if you are popular in the city to their standards, they're going to do your hair different. If you are not popular to their standards, they're going to do your hair mediocre. And it was really like that for a very long time until some of them started getting called out. So she's just like, okay, yeah, I remember you, whatever. Hair was tea after I left. I think it was a blonde thing too, because I be on the blonde bag. It either was blonde or red hair. I really can't remember. Or maybe it was orange. I'm not really sure. I think it was orange. Yeah, I think it was orange. And then my second time going was like blonde. Yeah. So that's what I did. I went to her to get my hair done for one of my birthdays, and I think it was orange. So she killed it. It was tea. It was everything. But I didn't like how the lace was melted all the way. As a person who can do their own hair, you have to understand that I always am critiquing if somebody else do my hair and it don't come out right. I'm gonna know because I know exactly how I want my hair. The girls who get it, okay? So that's why a lot of times I just prefer to do my own hair. And thank God I'm finally in Texas now, and I finally found a braider that I can trust and know for sure she gonna eat every time. So I don't even have to worry about braiding my own hair if I don't want to. And my girl does wig installs, okay? But now a wig, I can chew up me a wig. Yeah, I can chew up me a wig, okay? So yeah, anyway, she does that orange wig. Orange wig is cool. She put a filter on it. And it was cool. I might drop a picture of when I had that orange wig installed. So cool. After that, now a few weeks passed. I booked another appointment. She's sitting there, she's talking to one of her friends. One of her homegirls came into the shop all loud, and that was another thing. She was very unprofessional. I think that second appointment, she was also late to my appointment. She had somebody braid me down, didn't even tell me, hey, I got somebody to braid you down. It was just all over the place. I didn't appreciate that. So I'm just like, do you just do people good one time and then you think just because you do hair good, or you think because you Miss Popular that it's just okay to do people how you do, and then you want to use filters on your stuff? Get real, mama. So I'm just like, no. Get there. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. So she finally gets there. She like, I don't think she even apologized. She didn't apologize. She was just like, hey, girl, yeah, it's a lot going on. Not my bad. I'm sorry. It's a lot going on. Nothing. That's why I'm like, she just thought she was bigger than the program. Right? Noted. So now I'm just like, cool, whatever. No, mind y'all, we did not talk at these appointments. That's how I knew that it was more to it. That first appointment, she did say she remembered me, but it wasn't really much of a conversation. It was, but it wasn't. Like, if you know, you know. So this second time, she didn't really say nothing because I feel like she knew I was irritated. And no, I don't care if you know I'm irritated, because what are you going to do? So, So she's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, whatever. So now she started doing my hair. She doing it. Her friend comes up in the shop. She like, yes, Miss Popular Girl, because I think it was a Friday. If you know, you know. Orlando is lit, okay? Florida's outside. So she's like, yes, baby, it's the weekend. What we doing this weekend? It was some type of weekend, like Memorial, Martin Luther King, something weekend. It's a lot going on that weekend. So she's like, yeah, no, it was her birthday. It was that girl's birthday. So she's like, girl, I don't even know what I want to do, but I think I'm going to be outside this weekend. I think I got one head after her, and that's a wrap for me. And yes, girl, I'm outside. So the conversation's going. Friend rude too. Friend don't acknowledge me, smile at me, smirk at me, nothing. But if you know, you know. That's how some Florida girls can be. Okay, cool, whatever. So I'm just like looking at them, because one thing about me, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna just look at you. My boyfriend be looking at me like, why you just be looking at people like that, bro? And I'm just like, what? I'm just looking because I'm here. Don't you see me? Like, I'm here, right? You can't even acknowledge me and say hoop, hop, a holla. People just rude. So I'm just looking, because where's your manners? Like, oh, child, the ghetto. So I'm just like nothing, because ain't nobody talking to me, right? So conversation's going between her and friend, and friend is like, yes, because my Jamaican man is here this weekend, you know, the niggas is out. My Jamaican man is outside, and I gotta be outside with my man, because my Jamaican man this and my Jamaican man that. So I'm just like, oh, okay, Jamaican. So when I hear Jamaican, my ears is like, oh, Doppler radar, because I love my people, right? So I'm just like, cool. So she's like, yes, girl. Oh, you dating a Jamaican girl? Okay, girl, sis. Okay. Girl, I don't see how you do it, girl. I don't know. It's just something about Jamaicans.
Dangerous! Whoa. See?
Oh, yeah, red flags all up and through there. So I'm immediately on up. I'm just like, So she like, yeah, I don't know. Jamaicans be just, I don't know, girl. They just be tripping. Like, oh, let me go back. I'm so sorry. At this time, my mom had stopped going to Lala. So I'm so sorry. After that second time my mom went to her, I forgot to tell y'all. She went to her a third time, even though Miss Popular pissed her off, she still went back a third time, y'all. So now this third time my mama went back, oh, it was a wrap. She was late again. She didn't communicate. And when she showed up, she had an attitude again, y'all. She had a more stank attitude than the second time when she had pulled up late, right? So she had the nerves to have this stank attitude. She was mean to my mom. So my mom told her off. I don't even think my mom got her hair done that day, because she told her off. She's a mother. She grown. She gonna get you in your place, right? So my mom was like, you are disrespectful. You need some direction. You know, she just going in on her. So she felt that. And what was she gonna do? She wasn't gonna say or do nothing. So it ended up turning out, I think my mama got her hair done by somebody else in the shop, because Miss Popular is so unprofessional that she actually was just like, I don't want to do your hair. What? Oh my God. Like, what? The accountability is a no-show, bro. I swear. So that happened. My mama started going there. My mom was livid. I was pissed too, because I'm like, dang, I like how she do my hair, but she ain't finna be trying my mama. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this girl another chance. So this is where we back at the Jamaican conversation, right? Now this will make sense. So once she says that, I'm just like, she's like, yeah, Jamaicans, they be having attitudes, girl. I swear, I had this one Jamaican client, and I was like, what? I'm Jamaican. And she was like, oh, for real? Oh, you cool though. You cool. Some Jamaicans cool. Like, you see how people try to flip and flop and flippity? Ha ha, flip, flop, flop. But pop your top, my girl. Because I will pop, lock, and drop it on you by my mama. On my life, I will. So I'm just like, I just did one of them little giggles like, yeah, okay, get right, sis. Get right real fast because we about to turn the shop up. Me, you, and friend. What's up? Never cared. Right? So I'm just like, yeah. So at that point, she knew she messed up, y'all. And she knew that I was my mama's child because that's who you were talking about. So I'm like, yeah, my mama and my dad is Jamaican. Yep. And she was like, oh, wow. Whole conversation changed from talking about Jamaicans, y'all. Like, this girl is insane. She is crazy. So I'm just like, wow, yeah, red flag, because I almost had to jump up out my seat and beat you up because that's why it's important to understand time and place, and that you shouldn't just be running your mouth around all of your clients, because you don't ever know who you could be talking about. And this could be somebody's whole mom, daughter, sister, cousin. And some people don't have no understanding. They know exactly who you talking about. You know who you talking about. And I could have just hopped up out that chair and started doing her in. But no. So y'all, that happened. I went home. I told my mom, and she's like, "Nee, no." And I'm like, "Yes, sis. Yes." She's like, "Wow. See, that's why I'm gonna stop going. That right there, that why I'm gonna go." So my mom was just like, see, that right there is exactly why I don't go to her no more. That right there. See, she ghetto. She nasty. She nasty. Her attitude is nasty, Neek. It's nasty, Neek. You know, Caribbeans repeat stuff 80 times. So I'm just like, yeah, Mom, I know. She was about to get done nasty. Nasty, my girl. She was about to get... Nah, but she was about to get done nasty. Thank you, God. All right, so yes, y'all, that is going to be it for this part 1 of this story time. Stay tuned for part 3, because part 3 is where it gets a little real. I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys comment below. Make sure you guys subscribe. Get in with the family. Get in with the real ones. Make sure you guys stay real, stay blessed. And as I always tell you guys, keep rising. Peace. Love you guys.